Hello everyone, today we are looking at some operator changes with this new patch. Now this looks like a pretty significant update actually right here. Looks like there is some new night vision per tube auto gain and auto gating. So it looks like it's probably going to be like making it so you can see the image better, so the grain and kind of, I presume, the light of each tube. That's very, very cool. Okay, so very interesting. So here's some video of that in play. Does look very interesting. So I guess obviously if normally if that explosion were to go off, it would overexpose your goggles and therefore like make you blind for a second. Obviously it will auto adjust and minimize that kind of overexposure to that light. And of course he says that these improvements are still, continuing. They're going to keep going on. Continue to improve the realism of night vision goggles, major update, IR spectrum like IR lasers and flashlights, better lens flares and bloom. Awesome stuff. I love to hear that stuff. New content. So we added over 100 new weapon mods that didn't make it into the other patch, including pistol mods, M4 mods, complete KS1 build, M40, MK46, M249 mods, and a bunch of other things, cutting edge suppressors, new modular optics, and more. This is awesome when anybody is adding more weapons and more things to play with. It just adds to any type of game that you're going to be playing. Internals modeled, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. A brand new pirate gun. Ooh, single shot grenade launcher. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sawed off version of the M79 thumper. Okay, so yeah, really cool. Also looks like there's some weapon skins. So it said the some wood variants. Modify your ammunition type on both the M320 and the M79. However, you can only change the body parts on the M79. Okay. That's definitely interesting. Awesome stuff. Looks like there are some new attachments and all this kind of stuff. The silencer, by the looks of it, the suppressors, I mean. That's a funky looking suppressor or muzzle attachment. Very interesting, very interesting. Haven't seen that one before. New PvP map, Office. Very cool. I have not played PvP in this game yet. I have seen a couple videos on PvP. I haven't explored it too much, but definitely looks cool that they're adding new maps. That's just a good and positive thing for PvP. Audio changes. Audio changes needed to happen. There were a lot of weapons that just sounded similar. Gunshot ammo is better blending for distance shots, as well as distance suppressed variants of suppressor sounds. Enhanced optimization of gunshot audio system, which was originally made for the AI. Players can now sound better and more performant and bug-free. Updated several weapons to be more accurate to their real-life counterpart. So MCX, all this other stuff, M4A1 now have realistic foley and gunshot audio. That sounds amazing. I love having distinct audio for different types of weapon. It just adds to the personality of every weapon. And if it's a realistic sounding sound for the weapons, it's just going to add to the realism of the game. So a lot of people who may use these weapons in real life are going to appreciate these weapons when they play the game. So that's going to be absolutely awesome. I really look forward to testing and hearing these weapons. Okay, we got some AI improvements. We have fixed AI suppressing while not having line of sight of the last known location of the player. This issue fixes them shooting through walls. That's probably pretty good. I haven't been playing for too long, but I haven't really had that issue. AI have undergone an optimization pass in our testing. It increased the FPS in our heavy AI scenario by 20 FPS, which is really consistent, or really considerable, I mean. Yes, 20 to 30 AI engaging the player at once. So that's definitely going to be just something that's helpful. If you're playing against 60 AI and a lot of them are engaging you simultaneously, it's just going to get laggy, right? And get better optimization is just going to be always nice. Okay, it looks like they are optimizing the quality of the bullets. So there's going to be, just better quality, gameplay. Essentially, you're going to have higher FPS, which is just a nice thing to have, obviously, for games like this. Optimization is always going to be really nice. And bullets can now damage enemy vehicles like the BTR on Ukraine. So servers, fixes to server listing and hosting, and I can see more servers as well as ping to the server before you join. Implemented several fail-safes that should make joining more reliable. Added a detailed reason behind not connecting to the servers if you're having issues. Awesome. So like this, all of this stuff is really, really good stuff. Grenade throwing, better consistency with grenade throws, Smooth out experience for multiplayer. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Client side grenade throwing, gonna be the same. Awesome, sweet. Like all this kind of stuff is really awesome. I actually like to increase the damage of shotguns because they were pretty weak most of the time. They'll now penetrate limbs reliably and have at a damage buff per BB, which is really cool. Rocket launchers and grenade launchers, they are just going to be bigger explosions, and they're going to more consistently do more damage. Awesome stuff. The 40 by 46 millimeter in PvP, I guess, is going to be disabled. As I said, I didn't play PvP, but I don't know how that really affects the game mode. I'm sure having grenade launchers would kind of suck in that game mode, or any type of other explosive that's really big. So maybe that's a good thing. All right, population simulations. Now you can change the amount of high-value targets and whether or not they have random spawns like normal AI. This makes maps like Logar Province more intense as you have to search the whole map instead of the one building every time. So that's definitely going to add for more replayability. That's absolutely going to make it so you have all of those awesome variations in your gameplay. So if you are playing the same maps over and over and over again, you're not going to have same kind of things happening all the time. You're going to have more variation, and you're not just going to the same location every time, right? It's going to be more dynamic, more entertaining, more fun. Looks like there are some other things, added an icon for moving weapon mods. That's nice to have. Fix not being able to, yeah, like all this kind of stuff, just general fixes, improved Cabal terrain, textures. Your legs start to bleed if you're sprinting and have no leg HP or they're fractured. Oh, very interesting. Okay. So no sprinting when you, if you're bleeding really bad for you. You'll start to lose that HP. Yeah, a lot of these things are just awesome, just general fixes and better improvements. There's a lot of significant improvements up here, definitely for sure. And then the teaser for the future update, major overhaul, visual upgrade for operator. Awesome. So this is something that we can expect to see in the future. It is July 6th currently, and we are just looking at the character model here. More immersive quality of the operator experience, blah, blah, blah. We are new collection of drip to drown in. That's hilarious. Yeah, every category of clothing. Awesome. And here is obviously a quick little picture of the work in progress for the model and the character. Pretty clean. Yeah, I just, any positive is going to be a positive, right? Very interesting. Good to see this kind of stuff. Good to see looking little Sam Fishery. Looks like some new arm detail or lighting. I'm not actually quite sure what this is supposed to show. Don't know what this is about, but a little wonky on the mask there, but awesome. Work in progress. Detail on the gloves is really nice. I love that stuff. And all photo scanned for maximum quality. That's something that's really interesting, is the photo scanned quality for textures is going to be really, really cool and add to a lot of the realism factor, which is going to be awesome. So I guess here are some more of the photo scanned items. So these are just basically picture-esque gloves for the detail. So that's going to be really awesome for when you are, you have these gloves on, you're seeing them in the game. A little bit more detail is going to be a bit nicer. Obviously not super, super important to the gameplay overall, probably, but it's nicer to have because you're going to be looking at your hands a lot of the time. So why not make them look nice? Nothing wrong with that. 2 maps in development. That sounds really awesome. Ukraine streets, urban block side, eastern side of Ukraine. Very, very cool. These maps look super fun to play. I look forward to seeing, because I would really love to clear these corridors. They look very cool. All these rooms. I just love more CQB dynamics instead of more open field kind of gameplay. And then we got a forest here, or a jungle, some kind of swamp, a lot of water. Very, very cool. Looks like there is some type of like base here. There's like a grate some sort, some other details, and then just some water and other structures we can kind of see a little bit in the distance. Looks like some type of cabin with like some grating on it. Very interesting texture on the grating. Very, very cool. And this is awesome. Having a timeline, having a approximate timeline for the stuff you're releasing. Oh, this is, I just continue to do that. That is so amazing. Because even if it is past, 3 to 6 months, at least you know that, like, hey, we're trying our best to communicate, you can kind of expect it in this time frame. That's awesome. We love to hear that kind of information and other stuff like that. So I don't know what you guys think about this video or this content and what it has to offer. Definitely some new stuff, getting closer and closer to, you know, getting that final release date. I'm not sure. It's probably quite a ways away, but very awesome to see progress happening and seeing what's going on. I'm not sure what the final 1.0 is going to be. If V10 is somehow, I don't think that's going to be the release, but past that, that is going to be it for the video. Just quickly cover the patch that just came out. If you want to read more details, of course, you can. Of course, I will have this in the description if you want to click on it to read it yourself. Generally speaking, I guess you'll just have to play and kind of see the differences and changes. I'm going to look forward to playing this as well. But with that said, thank you for watching and have a good day.